Right, Rich.
Hello.
We're writing another episode of Smiling Friend.
Hell yeah.
So we've got a pitch. The Pope is upset that everyone forgot his birthday, and the Smiling Friends have to cheer him up before he drinks himself to death. I don't know what that means.
I instantly was like, wait, is the Pope's birthday always on the 25th of December? I was like, does it have to line up with Jesus? But
That's never been how it works.
I know.
That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't the Queen have 2 birthdays or something?
I feel like there's something there.
There's someone who has 2 birthdays that goes with the title. So how can we do this episode? Why is the Pope upset that everyone's forgot his birthday?
So if we go with the faulty logic of it, it's on Christmas Day. Because my birthday's on the 24th. And
I forget it every year, yep. Because people are so distracted by Christmas, so I get it.
Yeah, so like people will go to hang out for Christmas Eve, but they're going for Christmas Eve drinks, not to hang out with me. They're like, oh yeah, and it's your birthday, you should come out.
But man, the Pope has dedicated his life to Jesus. So why is he so mad that Jesus is hugging his big day? Like, he sort of hugged his life.
That's a good point. What if that's a... Okay, right. So Smiling Friends, Mr. Boss gets a call.
Yeah, from the Vatican.
From a personal friend. From the Vatican. Send us your best team. Tom Hanks wasn't available this time.
Right. So you're referencing Angels and Demons by Dan Brown?
Angels and Demons, yeah. We have an Ewan McGregor level threat. Oh yeah, because Charlie's Catholic, so that we can play with him. And they get there. Charlie's all excited. He's like, dude, the Vatican. It's like, have you ever seen Angels and Demons? So it's fucking amazing, dude.
He's a devout Catholic, but he's excited because this was where Angels and Demons were set.
He goes to the Sistine Chapel and he goes, dude, Ewan McGregor was here. Maybe, okay, Charlie's getting obsessed the whole time they're there, thinking it's an Angels and Demons thing, thinking like maybe the Pope was born on another day and it's a whole conspiracy. That's it, Pim. It's a conspiracy. Charlie, I just think you're trying to be Dan Brown, Charlie. And
oh man, we've got to do some sort of coded thing, but how do we get there? How do we make that next step to them doing like Da Vinci level encryptments?
Well, maybe they haven't even met the Pope, so... So they're in the Vatican and the Pope's too sad to see them or something, and he keeps putting it off.
They're just talking to a bodyguard or something.
Yeah, and maybe the bodyguard says like he always gets sad around this time of year, and then maybe also mentions that like they had like an unruly guard in the past who tried to cheer him up or something. Basically, it gets him thinking, "Oh, conspiracy? Is the guard involved?" Right. So Charlie's like, "Who's this guard, man?" They're like, "Oh, it was Victor Magnuson." And do you think Charlie leads them on like a conspiratorial?
Yeah, we need to get there somehow. Like, we need them to be looking at like paintings and stuff and going,
so what
if you look beneath the oil painting, the original sketch said this, like stuff like that. But how do we get there?
So what if they say Victor was an art connoisseur as well?
Victor loves to paint, so so they go to Victor's house and they find like paintings and stuff, and Charlie saying, I saw it on Angels and Demons and Da Vinci Code. You look below the layer. You can do it with like a machine. And he looks below the layer and it's just like all drawings of the Pope, like love photos and stuff.
Oh my god. And like Charlie's like, see, conspiracy. And Pim's like, okay, maybe you're onto something, but the Pope's ringing me right now and he really needs it. He's like, and then Charlie keeps going, we got to Tom Hanks this. We can't talk to the Pope right now.
Love the idea that the bodyguard's paintings are all buildings and stuff, but beneath them, it's just like crudely drawn sketches of the Pope.
Yeah.
Like looking cute.
It's just like, that's kind of cute in a way that like he's bodyguarding him and he's like drawing all the time. But then, so you think of it in a stalkerish way. So they're looking through the house.
This guy was stalking the Pope. He was his bodyguard, Charlie. Oh no, you can be like, this guy was stalking the Pope. Everywhere he went, he followed him. He's his bodyguard.
That's what bodyguards do, Charlie. He's like, but wait, Pim, I found a clue. And it's just on the board. It says Milan holiday. And it's like, it's a cipher.
Trying to find an anagram.
They find something like flight dates and it's like a code, isn't it? It's always like HRYHH, and he's like, Harry.
I reckon they try and go to the Pope and they go, we just need like 2 minutes with him. And they're like, right, who's Harry?
Harry? I don't know Harry. Look, I'm really... I need like... You guys are meant to be good for smiling. And then Charlie's like, sir, your life is on the line. That cool library downstairs that the guards won't let me see is on the line. And I really want to complete this for you so that we can see the cool library.
I feel like we've got to end on the reveal that the bodyguard and the Pope were having an affair or something. Like,
yeah, because that's why I think it was cute. It turns out that like he was drawing him because he loved him, and then
Church found out and removed him as his bodyguard.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sad. How sad's that?
But why didn't he just say, "Oh, of course he had to lie," so we couldn't go?
Yeah, the Catholic Church.
Yeah. They moved my boyfriend away, so we had to go. I'm sad because everyone's thinking of Jesus on my big day.
And he's like, Victor was the only one who saw me on Christmas.
He's the only one who cared about him on his birthday.
That's actually really sad. Because the Pope's like, I stand there and I wave, and it's not me they're waving at. It's God.
People kiss the ring, but they never kiss me.
And then Charlie's like, okay, but who's Harry?